Hits by the pound.
Yeah, this is how we do it in the Central Colors, man. We got 40 ounces, Old English, rag tops, 6'4" Impalas, and bikini girls, man. This is how we do it on the West Coast. San Diego, San Francisco, Los Angeles. But don't forget about the Central Cali, man. Please don't forget about the Central Cali. Yeah, get 'em.
It's another sunny day in the state of California. Low rider palm trees and G's that put it on ya. This ain't a negative, we speaking ebonics. Rank talk, candy paint on D's with hydraulics. Baseball hat with the sticker on the brim. Don't let the sun blind your sight, cause things can get grim. But I'm not here to talk about banana clips and guns. We're going back to Cali and we're gonna have some fun. A West Coast domination.
And welcome back to Two-Face Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Fred Segura, out here in Monterey County, also known to the world as the Salad Bowl, also known as the Salinas Valley. To the people in LA, we are north. To the people in San Francisco, we are south. Right smack in the middle, best of both worlds. Don't forget about the Central Cali. Anyway, folks, today we are going to talk about consequences. So this is kind of a piggyback off of the last podcast I did. And here's the reason why. Because after watching it, and after, as I said, I proof watch where I think I should have said this, I should have said that. And after watching a couple of other stuff, of other channels speaking on what they're speaking on, I'll put it to you this way. And this will be a short one, guys. Here's the situation. The problem is, people don't, sometimes, I heard one channel say, well, let's just stop because there's a child involved. Okay, cool, get it. That's fine. But then, what are you doing? What are you doing? See, if we're going to stop, we're going to stop. Period, point blank. It doesn't make it right for anybody else to continue this on. We're saying we're going to stop, but we're going to continue we're still going to continue to ridicule this person, whatever the situation is. It needs to stop completely. And here's my other point to that. And I'm not trying to pick on any channel. Like I said, I'm being respectful. I have no hate, no animosity towards this other channel or these other people, whatever the situation is, right? But I will say this. Here's the problem, guys. Say, for example, you're talking about a certain person, right? On whatever platform it is, right? And you're turning the crowd against that person because that person, in your opinion, did something morally wrong. Or you know what, man? We are saying, oh, well, you know what? This and that, for whatever the reasons are. At the end of the day, I look at things like this. These situations are, we have an audience, right, that's watching, and a lot of them are provoking more bad energy for us, feeding them the comments to continue to keep pushing those buttons in us to feel more, I need to come out and say this again. Well, look at it this way. If we start to listen to stuff like that, and rather than stand on our own morality, we are being the clowns in the circus. We are the puppets, and the audience is the puppeteer. So I say all that to say this. Here's the problem. God forbid something happens to the person you are talking about, or that you are going up against, right? If that's to happen, something's to happen to that person, and say, for example, just whatever situation, I'm not trying to say anything like that, but let's just say YouTube is very strict on a lot of things. So what's going to happen when they start using your channel, or because people are watching and you don't know who's watching, and you could put it up and say, well, you know what, hey, maybe I did mess up, and you take it down, but they already grabbed it. Now there's evidence against you, provoking that person to get hurt Again, I don't want no part of that for any of us. So I continue to say, guys, and everybody, so on and so forth, stop. Because at the end of the day, it's all fun and games. It's all about the views. It's all this and that. Whatever the case is, right? Whatever the case is, it's all good. It's all good. You know, until somebody gets hurt. And people want to do this infamous dance of half-stepping, like, well, no, see, I'm this, but hey, but you know what, I'm part of this, so I'm not really this and that. You know, you're half-stepping in between streets and morality. Did you guys not see what happened to Death Row Records? Everybody looks up to Death Row. Oh, you know, everybody wants to be Suge Knight. Did you guys not see the outcome of what happened to that? Due to their ignorance on that part alone. That's what caused them to crash and burn. So people, please, snap out of it. That is nothing to look up to other than the success that they had. But the downfall was for the ignorance to continue to want to be the streets affiliated or whatever the situation is. Whatever. Let the streets be the streets. You know, if you got business to handle on a different thing that does not involve the streets, that's the whole thing. Don't involve yourself in the streets. This is, again, equivalent to a lot of artists who come out of nowhere, and I won't name them, and then all of a sudden they belong to a certain gang or whatnot. It makes no sense, right? We tend to look at stuff like Suge Knight once said it. He said, look, he goes, before the world accepts you, the streets got to accept you first. And people still run with that. People still run with that analogy of what he said on there. But we are years from that now. That no longer holds water. And let me tell you guys why. Social media will make the person a star before the streets do. Need I say more? Check it yourself, guys. That's really it. That's really it. It's a whole different time, a whole different world, a whole different game. At the end of the day, it's how you conduct yourself and what you bring to the table. So keep it positive. Keep it positive, man. Don't involve yourself in something that you know that you're not going to be able to get out of or talk your way out of. Because some things, hey, you know what? You talk your way into something. Maybe, hey, sometimes, hey, you know what? These people don't want to hear it. They got no words for it. You put yourself in those predicaments. Again, especially when it's none of our concern or none of your concern, for that matter. I continue to want to be respectful to everybody. If you are what you are, if you're on this side, you're on that side, you're a business person, you're a street person, whatever the case may be, hey, respect and love to you. I'm my own person. I'm in my own lane. I keep it there. I choose not to dabble and dip in and out of different things to try to fit in and try to still be like, oh, well, you know what, I'm you know, all this and this, that. No. I seek no validation from nobody. I don't try to be more than anything. I am who I am, and I stand on my own too. That's just the bottom line. And I strongly suggest that a lot of you kind of, again, take a step back and realize that, again, trying to step on both sides of the fence is not a smart thing to do, because we've seen the outcome. We've seen it over and over and over. And no matter how you slice and dice it, when it comes to Death Row Records, when it comes to, and mind you, I'm just using Death Row Records as an example. And I will say this because later on you'll see me with the chain. I have a little Death Row chain. Right? Great. I love Death Row Records. They brought us some of the best music, you know, some classic hip-hop music. That's taking nothing away from them. But how it ended, it was sad. So when you see me with the Death Row chain, understand I'm not half-stepping. I'm supporting something that was iconic at one point. Unfortunately, it folded due to that. And now it's back with Snoop Dogg, so I give it credit. So now this is why he's trying to fix everything. So disclaimer, I'll give it that, you know. But think about it, guys. This is why they're not running it the way they used to run it, or the way it used to be ran by other people. They're running a lot smoother now, a lot more business orientated, because the other way is just not going to work. I'm sorry, my dogs are barking, making noise. But anyways, but yeah, guys, let's just keep it at that. And again, man, love and respect to everybody. With that, guys, this is Two Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura, signing out.
Haters shake the fist, suckers pitching me rolling. Why you so mad? Why you so serious? Check in my rear view like the slow and delirious. Keep on mashing, getting plenty action. The home of the G's and pimps, I love it with a passion. Throw it up, it's California, IA, where the sun lays to rest like every day. The home of the color rack, swap meets and bangers. Chuck Taylor's Lolos and them real dope slangers. This is reality, it's where I stay. Along the Pacific in the state of CA. Golden State, from Frisco to Compton and back to Central Cali where the party keeps rocking. It's a California state of mind, and you can't be mad, that's just how we ride. Golden State.
But it's really for me. I'm not saying that I'm greedy, but hip-hop is needy, so what the hell do you expect from me? It's the passion, I finally understand it. I'm hiding in the trees like a male praying mantis, searching for my prey. God, please come and bless me, help relieve my stress so I don't worry about death. Never said I was leaving, but dreaming on like Steven. Fallen angel, I'm Zeppelin, not ready for heaven. So please tell me, is there another way? So I can look up in the sky and say thank you for these better days.
1, 2, Vegas coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your doors. 5, 6, hip hop with a twist. 7, 8, please don't hate. 1, 2, Vegas